What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be going over the Balenciaga arenas, considering they've been out for 5 years, see how they've held up, and basically just to check them out. So, the prices on Balenciaga arenas have really been going down lately, and I would say they came down the most in the past, year or so, and basically they've came down so far that you could pick them up for 100 to 200 bucks a pair, just depending on your size. Now I think they might have gone back up a little bit more, but I know that I bought this pair for 200 bucks. So the original retail on this pair of shoes would have been, around 600 bucks. I think on the box it says, let's see what it says. It says 635 right there for a size 47. That's what I wear. It's a bigger size. But on the used market, it costs a little bit more. If you wear a smaller size, it'd probably be a little bit cheaper. That's just how shoes go. So let's check out the shoes. And they come with a dust bag. I mean, I haven't used this dust bag. I don't really keep my shoes in their boxes, but it's pretty wrinkly. I bought this pair of shoes secondhand. Like I already talked about, I paid 200 bucks for them. I bought them on eBay probably almost a year ago now, and I've worn them a few times, and that's about it because I bought them in the winter. So there's one shoe. Let's get the other shoe. And when these shoes came out new, I definitely wouldn't have been able to pay that kind of money for them. I'd rather have more pairs of shoes than just one pair of shoes, but that's it just comes down to if you're willing to spend that much or not. So, didn't mean to drop that back. Sorry, it's a little shaky. That's how it is on the iPad. There we go. So this is the pair of shoes. These are the Balenciaga white carbon fiber arenas, and these are the highs, obviously. Here's the bottoms of the shoes, and like I said, I haven't worn them much. I always clean my shoes before I put them back. I have another pair of Balenciaga, and I wear those more than these, just because they're a darker color. But this is a really easy material to clean. The only thing I kind of noticed, and this is with a few of the designer brand kind of sneakers, is when you wash them, it's like they seem to get a little softer, which I don't know why they do that. Maybe it's the material, but these shoes definitely did it. I have a pair of St. Laurent's that did it. Like Gucci, they didn't, but it's just kind of weird. So the shoes, since I haven't worn them much, they're in pretty good shape. But Balenciaga, I bet they'd be pretty durable shoes. The most wrong with them is heel drag, but under the sole of the shoe, right around in here, is wood. So they're more like fancier kind of dress shoe than they are, your everyday or tennis shoe. There's the inside. It's kind of dark, but I'm gonna see if I can pull out the insole, which I don't think I'll be able to now. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. But these shoes, these were the last Balenciagas that they made in Spain, the arenas, before they started making them in China. So I guess that's a perk. And here's the other shoe. There you go. So I think for 200 bucks, they're a pretty good shoe. I wear size 13 and some Jordans. Some Jordans I gotta wear size 14. Gucci I wear size 13 and a half. And they're size 13 and they are huge on me. These are really big shoes. So I'd say if you're gonna buy Balenciaga, buy them a half size smaller. That's just what I'd do if you want them to fit better. But yeah, I mean, here's the shoe. You know, here's the other shoe. But nothing much. I mean, they're just a white pair of Balenciaga. They're a good looking pair of shoes. Don't get me wrong. You know, set them back here. They do look good, but they do get uncomfortable after a while, and you wouldn't want to wear them, you know, all the time. I mean, occasionally is good enough. And you know, they even had the receipt with them from Dolce and Gabbana, so that's kind of neat. But there isn't much to say about them. I mean, I know that they aren't a popular shoe. I wouldn't consider them anymore. They're not hype, honestly. They're just pretty average. They're just like a dress shoe. You don't really get too many people noticing them or saying much about them. But they're a nice shoe for the money. I used to collect Jordans and buy Jordans a lot before this, but when Jordans started going pricey, I started just buying these kind of shoes. They're the same price. It's like, well, I might as well. You know, I'm 16. I can't just go below 300, 400, $500 on a pair of shoes, even if I'd want to. So for the money, you know, I'd rather have a pair of shoes like this. I do collect shoes. I have probably around 25 pairs of shoes, even though I've sold a few pairs because they don't fit me anymore. And I can show them later on. I have the boxes for most of these like designer shoes and crap, but it just depends on, you know, what happens with the video. And one of my favorite ways to buy shoes and save on shoes is to rebate. I mean, if you don't mind your shoes being, you know, second hand, then it doesn't matter. I mean, sure, I wouldn't buy these shoes if the soles were falling off and, you know, there's a big hole right here, but considering they're in good shape, you know, yeah, I'll pay that for them. Crap. I've even bought, you know, some pairs of shoes that weren't in the best looking condition, but it was a pair of Gucci, and I cleaned them up, and they cleaned right up and looked like a good pair of shoes. You can get some pretty good deals, you know, especially if you want the look like this, but you cannot afford the expensive price right there. Or if you want the look like this, but you want more pairs of shoes than just one pair of shoes, then a pair of shoes like this for, you know, $200 would be good, because then for the price of $600, think about it, I could have 3 pairs of shoes. But the prices, they kind of go up and down. I mean, since these shoes are nearing 6 years in age, yeah, you probably will find them cheaper. I don't know how much longer you'd want to like wear them a ton, but for that occasion, you know, they're a nice pair of shoes. And that's pretty much all I have to say with this review. I think they've held up a lot. They look good. They're stylish looking sneaker. They look good with pants. Shorts, they don't look bad with shorts. I mean, they're not horrible, but they're not good looking either. But overall, you know, if you're looking to pay a cheaper price for a more pricey brand, then these are something to go for. So look out for Balenciaga Arenas. And they come in all kinds of different colors. Man, Balenciaga Arenas, it's nuts how many different combinations of colors there are in these shoes. There's like a whole carbon fiber set where there's different ones. They even make snake skin. They make python. I almost tried to buy a pair of black python shoes like this, but these were cheaper and I really didn't want to pay up for python. So, you know, just look out for them. So yeah, this is going to be it. See you guys.